What's up, y'all? This is Wherever I'm At with Malcolm-Hatchett. My podcast is a little different than other podcasts. You know, I don't have no location. I'm all over the place. One episode, I might be in the Volvo. The next episode, I might be at the ocean with a friend. The next episode, I might be up in the tree, smoking the backwood, eating a cheeseburger. You never know. This is the life of a comic. Wherever I'm at.
Wherever I'm at with Malcolm-Hatchett. Wherever I'm at with Malcolm-Hatchett.
Boom. 2 years in Los Angeles. Today. And happy birthday to Michael Jackson. Today is Michael Jackson's birthday. Also, my father's birthday was yesterday. I feel like this month I'll probably gain so much confidence. I'm just thankful to be here. Right now I got on a Brody shirt. Rest in peace to Brody. Positive energy. You got it. Long live Brody. Long live Brody Stevens. Brody is a legend. One of the greatest comics I ever met, performed with, and just got introduced. One of the best comics I ever, got a chance to, just talk to from my 2 years of being in LA. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm very thankful. I know Brody. Shout out to Brian Redband. Brian Redband gave me this shirt. I never received the shirt from Brody at all, but Brian Redband gave me a shirt. So, Brian, thank you for this. I think I have two Brody shirts. I have a positive energy, you got it, Brody shirt, and then I have the enjoy it shirt. Yep, 2 year mark today. I'm very excited about what's next. Auditions are coming up. I'm not saying I have any. I'm just putting that out there. I know the season for them, and I think I'm ready. I got my jaw broken earlier this year, so I'm a stronger talker now. I'm a much wiser and more cautious person. I'm a lot fierce and have more fire in me. I'm an Aries, so I'm lit like a lamp. Lick you like a stamp. That's what my girls say. Jayla crazy. Spoke to my mom yesterday. Called on Facebook Live and we talked. Well, I called on Facebook like live chat. Had to talk to mama. I talk to her every day, but my phone was off, but now my phone is on. So I'm blessed. I worked last night. I got a new job. I'm not gonna mention it just yet, but I was cleaning dishes. I'm very thankful for my new job. I'm very happy I quit the chicken job. The chicken job was holding me back. It was holding me down. I was allowing it to, It's good food, but I'm fine. I grew up eating chicken, so I don't need to be around it, if it ain't my mama's. It was a cool job. I liked it better when it was Padrino's Pizza. I'm sure they'll go back to Padrino's Pizza very soon. I'm finna go run in a little bit. Right now it's 1:37 p.m. I just had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and some water. That's all I drink now is water. You know, a lot of water. I don't drink no alcohol. I mean, I drink wine every blue moon. I drank a few bottles in my lifetime, thus year. Yeah, I don't drink beer or anything, but I would definitely drink promethazine. Cause a nigga wanna lean. I enjoy running. A lot of people ask me, hey, I hear you running a lot now, and I really enjoy it. I be so excited to do it. It's almost like I'm about to perform comedy when I go run, because it's like when I'm running, it's like I'm collecting data, you know? It's like when you update your iPhone and it starts at one corner and goes to the other corner, like from 0% all the way to 100%. That's how it is when I run. When I finish, yeah, I'm probably feeling like I'm about to die, but I'm really on 100%. And when I start off, I'm on 1, 0, 1, 2, and then go all the way up. That's how it is when I run. You know, I'm updating my life. You know, and when I finish it, yeah, I'm exhausted, but I'm not about to die. I'm on 100%. You know, and I don't necessarily start on 0%, but I'm saying speed wise. But mental wise, I start on 100 and I finish on 100. You know, sometimes when I'm running, it might run into a tree, and you know, it might be one of them old trees or one of them low trees, so I might get smacked with like a branch or a limb or some shit, because I don't know, I'm probably looking down at my footwork while I'm running, so then that might knock me down to 95%, but then the next tree limb, I'm gonna punch it. I'm gonna hit it with the left. You know, sometimes I do that, mainly if it's late at night and I'm angry, and I get back to 100%. That's how I do it. My boy Cerrijo will be back in town soon. Very excited of that. Missed my boy. He been out in India. I definitely get him on the podcast and ask him about India when he get back. That'd be dope. I can't wait till I have enough money to even touch a private jet someday, you know. Because I always think about just teleporting home, hugging my mom, and, you know, playing with my niece and going out to eat with my brother and my sister, you know. I always feel it at times like this, but I have to keep on going, you know. And that's what I do. I used to sleep at the Planet Fitness in Burbank. Probably a few months out into LA. So when I went homeless and I received the 1992 Ford Taurus. And me, Cerrijo, and Daniel Davis, Cerrijo Mitra, we used to all sleep at the Planet Fitness. You know, I mean, I slept there first. Cerrijo got in town, he came there, and then Dandy linked. But Danny was already here before me and Cerrijo. We just linked on some brotherhood shit, and we all parked our cars right beside each other in this area, in the parking lot in front of the Planet Fitness. In that same spot we slept at now, it's a Starbucks. They're building a Starbucks. And also, I used to work at a Del Taco in Burbank near Edison. before I become homeless, when I stayed in apartments out there with my boy Dante Wade and Richard. I used to work at the Del Taco only for a few days or a week, and I quit it because well, the manager hired me on the spot. I could have ran that place, you know. I know how to work hard, mainly when it comes down to the fast food or just serving people food. That's what I do. My first job was McDonald's. Shout out to my boss, Malik Smith. He changed my life for the better, giving me that job at McDonald's after high school. So that being said, I just love like me doing dishes and interacting with the cooks and the waitresses. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in McDonald's again. I just got to get some slip resistance because I'm in that motherfucker with some Converses on. I'm gonna wear some Reeboks today because I keeps it classic. But I worked at this Del Taco. I quit it, and now that Del Taco is a Starbucks. You hear me? It used to be a Del Taco. Now it's a Starbucks. Seriously. And also, the spot at the gym where we would sleep at, that's a Starbucks on the way. So, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with my my creativity in those areas, or maybe it's telling me that's how life can be. Life can be just like that. You know? Life can be just like that. Seriously. Del Taco wasn't doing so well. Boom, we gonna get a Starbucks. Starbucks booming. You know? The spot we slept at, me, Sari Joy, and my boy Daniel, all three of us sleeping in that spot at the Planet Fitness area. Now it's a Starbucks on the way. Our creativity might have bought that to that parking lot. Our struggles, you know. We probably put some more oxygen in that parking lot. Parking lot was dry. Everybody slept there. Yeah, a lot of people slept there. A lot of older people slept there. And once we got into the area, everybody started moving to the gym. I'm talking about people from homes out here sleeping there because we made it seem cool. You know? Yeah, I complained a lot, but I enjoyed it when my friends was around. I talked about it. I got posts at the Laugh Factory about it, the Planet Fitness, and Starbucks just popping up. And I just know when I was homeless, like really homeless, like couldn't afford to text. I'd be so afraid. I think they'd charge me. You know, I would always go to a library and write and read, but I spent a lot of time in a Starbucks. A lot of time. Or a Coffee Bean, but majority Starbucks, because there's so many Starbucks out here. And I think that, I'm telling you, I think that's why that Del Taco swapped into a Starbucks, and that spot we sleep at is a Starbucks now. And it's like, yeah, that the Planet Fitness is people have been sleeping there for years. It's just, I'm sure they have an article on it, but the wave we brought into it, they built the Starbucks for the new generation and also the generation that's here right now. So one day people gonna hear this and they're gonna find out the Planet Fitness Burbank, that Malcolm-Hatchett and Cerebral Mitra and Daniel Davis and Angel and Sarah slept at, you know. And then they're gonna go there and they're gonna see it's a Starbucks and they're gonna think they're gonna know it's hope there. They're gonna be like, wow, I can sleep in my car and I can shower here and I can work out and I can probably get a job at the Subway or or even the Starbucks. Okay, and if I don't get a job at Starbucks, at least I got water right here, and I got Wi-Fi right here, and I got AC, I got shelter until the sun goes down, until it cools up enough for me to go to the car. I can work on my material here, then I can go out to the mics, and I can come back to the car and do it all over again without really having to move. You know? Year 2. I'm about to do some shit. Seriously, I'm about to do it. Like I've been holding myself back, and we all do. And I hadn't been enjoying it. Hold myself back because I know what I'm capable of, and you can't rush greatness, but at the same time you can't block it either. You know, I'm a very nice, friendly person. I tell you, I was an angered kid, you know, and it's still in me, but it don't never come out unless I really don't fool with you, or I'm just in a bad area. Even when I got jumped and got my jaw broken, my anger didn't even come out. I was more frustrated with others than myself. I was more frustrated with the world than myself, you know. But I know if I was still angry like when I was a kid, I would have died that day, or you know, I probably would have never had the courage to even think of doing a podcast. Shout out to my boy Jesse Hayes. He's been with me since the beginning, and we're going all the way to the top. Year 2 here. I remember I couldn't sleep last night. Once I got off, I was tossing and turning, and I look up on my phone, and it was 4 a.m, you know. And I get to thinking, that's the same time I got here 2 years ago. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. You hear me? I got to Koreatown, downtown Greyhound station at 4 a.m, and I Ubered. To maybe 7th and Hoover, 7th Street, I don't know, somewhere downtown, right around the corner from Wilshire and Vermont bus station and Chipotle, and I worked at that Buffalo Wild Wings over there, downtown jungle, Koreatown jungle. I stayed at this hostel. The hostel was right beside what is it? It's the donut shop. You know, the donut shop. They sell donuts and coffees and shit. Winchell's. It's a Winchell's right there, and right beside the Winchell's is a big old house, and it's gated, and it's a hostel. It's rooms, and it's a lot of rooms in there. It's a kitchen area, it's a living room area, but in every room is bunk beds. So I stayed there. You know, I was there for 2 weeks. I got off that 3-day Greyhound trip with some felines on, some white socks, some shorts, a gray sweatshirt, and a Los Angeles hat that I had purchased prior to coming out to visit April 2017, when I did the Lunel showcase with Lunel and Hope Flood. Met Mike Epps there. I saw Michael Blackson. It was a dope experience. Lunel had come out to my hometown in 2017 January, and she did a show at the Laughing Gas. Around that time, I was hustling. So I've been doing comedy almost 5 years. 5 years to be in December for me, December 11th. And I've been doing comedy since then. But for a whole 5 years coming up, but for a year straight, I was hustling. I didn't touch the stage, man, but I still counted. That's 5 years. I can easily say 4. You know, some people lie about their time, and I'm going on 5. Even though I didn't perform for a year, might have got up a few times, but I don't think I did, because I was working at Ashley Furniture. I was working graveyard shift, you know, so I'd have to go in at 4:30 p.m. and get off at 3 a.m, and I was Wednesday through Saturday crew, you know, so I had to work Monday and Tuesday, because overtime was mandatory at the warehouses, and Sunday I'd be off unless it was crazy, and then they made us work. Sunday wasn't my shift, and I just remember I wasn't doing comedy. I wasn't. I was working at Ashley Furniture. Then I got put on first shift there after working there for like a year. I got put on first shift, and I was working 8 a.m. to like 6:30 Monday through Saturday, sometimes Sundays. Monday through Saturday. Saturdays half a days. Come in sometimes 6 to 12 or 8 to 12, just a few hours. And that's when I was hustling hard, you know. Get off at 6:30 at night, go home, shower. Sometimes come home and get off at 6:30. It was like a 45-minute drive to my house. I wouldn't get home sometimes till like 9 because I would have to sell shit before I got in the house because people be hitting me up while I'm at work. Shit, I hustled at the job, you know. And I strayed away from comedy because I was trying to collect all this money to move to LA. And one weekend I was off and I saw Lunel perform. And I took a photo with her and I messaged her. I said, "Hey, I want to be good at this. How?" And she sent me a link for a comics rock convention, one of the biggest showcases ever. It's big and very urban. Hundreds of comics there. Some of them out in LA now. Some of them never came back. You know, there's a lot of us, maybe over 150 of us, and it was a week's convention. All the greats was there. AJ Johnson, Ezel from Friday, Earthquake, Miss Tina Graham. She pretty much paved the way for a lot of comics out in New York. You know, she helped out a lot of people like Martin Lawrence, Mike Epps, Michael Blackson, a lot of comics. And she was at every showcase watching talent. And comics performed at the Comedy Union. Some comics performed at Flappers. It was like 2 shows a night. It was from Wednesday through Sunday was the showcases. Wednesday through Saturdays were the showcases. Wednesday 2 shows, Thursday 2 shows, Friday 2 shows, Saturdays the last 2 shows. I was on Saturday show, but when I signed up for it, I thought we performed every day. That's what I was, you know, and I don't know why, but that's what I was thinking. And I was only on one showcase, and it was Saturday showcase, and it was the last showcase at 10 o'clock. Tiffany Haddish was my host. Just before Girls Trip come out. And I went up at 1 in the morning at J Spot in Inglewood, and I bombed. I didn't do well. I did okay, but I bombed. I didn't win anything. My brother Marcus Smith, he won the whole showcase, the whole Comics Rock convention. And he's from Arkansas. He's a raw talent, raw comic, natural, funny motherfucker. Just look at him and laugh. You know he got it in him, and he won it. He had the best set out of everybody that I saw perform. I went to a few of the other shows that I wasn't on, and he had a really good set. And he didn't ever go back home. He never went back home. He stayed out here. And I moved back 4 months later. Well, I moved 4 months later to California. Was out here for a week. And I got here a lot earlier than I was supposed to because the showcase didn't start till Wednesday. It was like meetings and writing sessions and improv sessions and shows at night, stuff like that. Some things I wouldn't even go to because I was like, I want to perform. And I was just enjoying the city because I knew eventually I'd get here. Maybe if I would have went to everything, I could have had a better chance of being more confident up there. But I came out here 4 months later. As soon as I got back and went back to Ashley Furniture, a week went by. They paid me and then they fired me. They said, you got too many points. You get points if you come to those warehouse jobs late. it's a point system, and I had outstanding points. I had over 15, 16 points, and you're only supposed to have about 8 points, and then you was done. But they liked me so much. I'm just a nice person. I don't hurt nobody. I'm not mean to nobody. If I am, well, shit. We was never supposed to talk to each other, you know. And they fired me, and I remember the security guards walking me out, and I had just sold a lot of weed that day and some other shit, you know. So when they grabbed me, I thought somebody snitched on me, and they walked me out. I turned in my harness. I used to have to wear a harness to hook up to the order picker machine because I had to go up in the air and shit on the racks. It was a dope job. My favorite job besides McDonald's thus far, and the one I'm working at now, probably top both of them, but McDonald's always gonna be number one for me. And they walked me out, and my mom had just got me this Nissan Altima because I wrecked my Camaro a few months prior to all of this. Dozed off, hit a little tree, fucked up my bumper. Then my mom co-signed to get me this Nissan, and I just remember me walking out of there and not caring, but caring because I knew that it was time for me to make a leap, but I didn't do it right away. I went home, told my mom. I definitely hustled a little bit. Went home and told my mom, and she was angry. And I got a job at Hanes brand, temp job. Forgot it was this old cat who worked there, but man, he was funny as fuck. Hanes brand was a dope job, very boring. I worked there for maybe a week, and then I got on at Johnson Controls, and I worked at Johnson Controls for 90 days until I was out of probation. And I found out the comedy club, Laughing Gas in Winston-Salem, had officially closed down. And 2 weeks after that, I quit Johnson Controls. And my mom was, what you gonna do now? Hope you're not putting all this in one basket with comedy. You know where to perform I had no more. What you going? I'm finna go to California. How you getting there? I'm driving. You ain't taking this car. This car got my name on it. Your credit ain't. You gonna have to pay this car before you leave. And I bought a Greyhound ticket, not to prove to her or show her anything, but to stay alive and prove to me and show my friends that shit, if I can do it, if I can do it, they can damn sure do it, because my friends are all better than me. Every one of my friends in North Carolina are all better than me. Everybody I grew up with is better than me in North Carolina. Everybody. And the ones who listen to this from North Carolina, if you don't listen to any other podcast, I pray you listen to this one. Anybody I grew up with in North Carolina, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, you 100% better than me. Everybody, there's so much potential back home, and I saw it. I saw all the potential. Saw so much potential, gave me enough to leave on a Greyhound 3-day trip, get to fucking Koreatown, downtown LA at 4 a.m. and Uber to Koreatown. Went to the hostel, 3 days with no shower. I was brushing my teeth on every stop, but no shower. As soon as I got to the hostel, I threw my shit down and woke everybody up from my phone. Everybody woke up from the bunk beds. Niggas started moving and shit. Plus, they probably thought they was getting robbed. The nigga just walked in, you know, with some felines on. I looked like CJ from San Andreas. And I got straight in the shower, and I went to sleep, and I woke up about 11, and shit, I started to hustle. Got hired at Buffalo Wild Wings a few days into California. Got food stamps a few days into California. You know, learned how to ride the bus a few days in. Started doing open mics and shit. First mic I ever done was Flappers, then the Ha Ha. Then I got familiar with the Laugh Factory, and then the Comedy Store. You know, I was out here trying to get it in, and I definitely feel it approaching again. And it's not by surprise either. It's by discipline and just knowing that I got the potential to do it, and so do you. Every listener who listens to my podcast and listens to other podcasts, you got potential to do a podcast. You got potential to go to cooking school and be better than Emerald Lagasse. You got the potential to, bam, you got the potential to that's what Emerald used to do. You can do anything. Anybody listen to this podcast, you got the potential. You know, people always, if you want to play basketball and you really want to go to the NBA, WNBA, overseas, D-League, whatever you want, if you can think about it, you can damn sure do it. You can do it. I just remember when I started comedy, I went to the open. Most folks don't do that. Most folks don't go to an open mic and then perform a week later. I'm already a natural talent. I just gotta work extra hard. You know, I gotta work extra hard so I can shine a little more, you know. We all have to, you know. I remember starting into comedy. I went to the open mic at the Laughing Gas. I remember 2014, the week before December 11th, and the Thursday before that. And I watched comics. I just remember Zoe. I think his name is Zoe Myers. He's from North Carolina. He was in the military, if I'm not mistaken. Very funny comic. I remember Zoe. Zoe was up there performing, and some other guys. And I was just sitting down on the side watching the open mic on a Thursday. Nobody was there. Just a few people, mainly comics. The club owned the band. I just remember sitting over there, just watching it. Jordan sweatshirt, gray sweatpants, and these gray Converses that I got out here now, and a black snapback to the back. Just watching it, telling myself, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try it out. And I remember after the mic, Zoe was like, yo, you do comedy? Like with a little chuckle. Because he saw it in me. He's the real one. And I said, nah, but I think I'll try it out next week. And I came the next Thursday. I bought Cerie Joy. 30 of my friends come out. Jerron Rogers, Tayshawn Spence. Everybody came out. And I just remember, they said you get 5 minutes. And I went up there and talked about my car running out of gas because it ran out of gas in the hood after I put gas in it. My 94 Camaro at the time I was driving. I talked about a crackhead still asking me for a ride. My first time, I remember, very nervous. I talked very fast. I only did like 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Something like that. I remember the time. It was supposed to be 5 minutes. And I got off the stage and they said, hey man, you only did 2. And I told myself, shit, fuck, I was that nervous. And I said so many things in 2 minutes and 48 seconds. That was the exact time I did. You know, fast forward to now, shit, I can do an hour, 2 hours if you want me to. Shit, I can go for days if you allow me. And it's like, I know where I started and I'm nowhere near the ending, and I don't think I ever end. Even if I ain't here, I'ma still keep on going. It's always stuff in the woodworks. It's always gold mine. I'm from North Carolina. I'm from a gold mine, so shit, I'm capable of doing it all. Anybody I grew up with, anybody I ever shook hands with from Winston, North Carolina, you all are better than me. Love everybody from my hometown. Everybody back home got potential. Everybody back home. I wish you guys stopped killing each other and hurting families and just love one another and just believe in one another. Go to the studios and hang out with the rapper you don't like and ask him if he can help you. You know, instead of just hating each other, because everybody got potential. Where I come from, everybody got potential all over the globe. But I'm speaking on my city in general, my state in general, because I ain't never been nowhere. If I can do it, shit, you damn sure can do it. Because I know when people get to certain levels in life and you know, like Chris Paul, for instance. Chris Paul's one of the greatest athletes in the world. And he's from North Carolina. And Chris Paul, a lot of people say Chris Paul is their cousin, or they know Chris Paul. 9 out of 10, they lying. Chris Paul family ain't that goddamn big. And I know he ain't related to most of these niggas, you know what I'm saying? But it's the fact that he's from where I'm from, and most people just probably know him, so they just call him family, because that's how we are back home. And you hear all these stories on how they used to play ball together and stuff. And I believe it, but some people don't believe it. And then you hear all these stories. If Chris Paul can do it, shit, anybody can do it. He worked hard. Anybody can do it. Anybody ain't gonna do it. That's what I'm saying. Some people just ain't gonna do it. Some people can do it. But I'm here to set you free. Because I know everybody didn't grow up with Chris Paul. Everybody don't know Chris Paul. But all my classmates, everybody I know, if you see me doing it, and I ain't even done nothing, but I done way more than I done doing comedy in North Carolina and California, and I only been on here for 2 years. And I ain't did shit a whole year. I've been chilling. My first year I went hard. I was doing okay, you know. I wasn't going my full potential, because you don't want to show them everything yet. But I think it's time now, because shit, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm tired of my friends dying back home, and the mothers having to worry about how the baby gonna grow up without the father and money. And it's my turn to step up to the plate. I got a niece, sister finna have a baby, so I'm not finna show off. I'm not finna dance around. I'm not finna shake no more hands, no more hugs. I'm finna do this for Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I'm finna do this for my family. I'm finna do this for my mother. I'm finna do it for my brother. I'm finna do it for my sister. I'm finna do it for everybody, you know, who believed in me before I even knew I can do anything. And people from back home, if you see me, you say you're proud of me, you say keep going, you say don't forget about me. How about you don't forget about me? Don't forget about me. Because everybody back home is better than me. Everybody. So how about you guys don't forget about me? Because I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Imagine if you did what you were supposed to do. People from all over the world, not just talk about my place at this moment right now, but imagine if you did what you were supposed to do. You might forget about me, or you might forget about somebody who you told don't forget about you. So sometimes you got to break it down like a eighth in a swisher, or an eighth in a backwood, or an eighth in a Bluntville, or whatever you smoke, or an eighth in a raw paper, you know. Anybody can do it. Anybody can go buy jewelry. Anybody can go buy sneakers. Anybody can go buy a t-shirt. Anybody can go buy McDonald's. Anybody can go pump gas if they have a car. Anybody can go get their oil changed if they have the money to do it. Anybody can call somebody on the phone. Anybody, you know. Anybody can put deodorant on if they got armpits to put it up under. Anybody can write jokes. Anybody can put on Jergens lotion on their ashy knees. So why can't you, do what you want to do? Why can't you be happy? Why you gotta interlude in other people's life? Why you gotta bring other people down? Why you gotta hate on other people? Why you gotta be selfish? Why you gotta take what other people got? Why can't you go get your own? Why you wanna be that lazy? You ain't gonna be remembered doing that. You're gonna be remembered doing it for yourself and the ones around you. Find out what it is. Find out what it is. Find out what it is. Find out what it is and make it live forever. It don't get no better than that. Find out what it is and make it live forever. Because at the end of the day, we all gotta go, you know? We all go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go to sleep and wake up knowing that you could have done something. It starts now. Starts now. It starts before this podcast even comes out. It starts now. You got to do it now. Yeah, it's going to take a while once you get the groove of it. If you're natural, it's going to take a while. If you ain't natural, it's going to take a while. It don't matter. Even if it take you 5 days before you reach the ultimate success that you would like, that you would be happy with. If it takes 5 days, a week, that was a lot longer than just sitting around. A lot shorter than sitting around. Yeah, 5 days a week, that's very long. You know what you could do in 5 days? Huh? You know what you can do in a week? Chance the Rapper got suspended from school and he dropped acid rap. He was suspended for like 10 days and he dropped acid rap in 10. Come on, that's a fucking hit. That's a record. That's legendary. People probably already got vinyls for that. I can see people hundreds of years from now rolling weed up on acid rap, on Chance the Rapper acid rap vinyl. I can see people doing that. He got suspended for 10 days. Think he's smoking on campus or some shit, smoking on school grounds. Got suspended from high school, 10 days. So it's like, don't count the days. Make the best out of it. Don't worry about the days. Day 1, still nothing. Day 2, nothing. Day 3, nothing. You might get nothing for a while, but at the same time, you're getting something because you're doing it. You're getting stronger. Day 1, stronger. Day 2, stronger. Day 3, stronger. Day 4, stronger. Day 5. Wait, day 3. I said day 3. I said that shit weird. Cerejo will say 3 like tree. I tell Cerejo to count to 10. 1, 2, 3. That's so funny. He say tree on 3. So I was talking like Cerejo. But yeah, you just gotta, every day you're getting stronger. That's the results you want. Don't look for money, look for strength. Because once you got strength, you can get all the money. Once you got strength, you can open up both doors at the Bank of America. Once you got strength, you can hold a whole book of checks. Once you got strength, you can write different. You can write in cursive different. You can sign different. Once you got strength, you feel better logging into your apps. Once you got strength, you won't feel like the Hulk unless you're green, but you'll feel like you can defeat anybody who looks like the Hulk once you have strength. And once you have strength, success is just right there. Because strength and success, they next door neighbors. Strength and success, they next door neighbors. They right beside each other. You know, if you're strong, well, shit, success is right there. Because success ain't nothing but another way of saying strong. Here's a very successful man. What they really want to say is here's a very strong man. You know. So find strength first, and success will come knocking on the door for coffee. Positive energy. You got it. Brody Stevens. Enjoy it.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Wherever I'm At with Malcolm-Hatchett. Like, subscribe, share, tell everybody. Tell your cousin you don't like. Tell your baby mama.
Wherever I'm At with Malcolm-Hatchett.
Tell the dude down the street who keep calling the police on you because you fresher than him. Go down the street and tell him to listen to Wherever I'm At.
Wherever I'm At.
Follow my YouTube page at Malcolm-Hatchett. Follow my Instagram page at MalcolmH12. Follow my Twitter page at Malcolm-Hatchett. And show love to my Patreon page at Malc12. MALC12.
Wherever I'm At with Malcolm-Hatchett.
This is The Life of a Comic. Wherever I'm At with Malcolm-Hatchett.
Malcolm-Hatchett. Malcolm-Hatchett. Malcolm-Hatchett.